Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this government is in trouble. More and more people in and out of Alberta are rejecting the Premier's sunny op-eds about reducing greenhouse gases as having little relation to the truth, and instead pointing to the snail-like approach to achieving environmental protection. In the Cold Lake area, the CNRL's Primrose in situ site is weeping bitumen out of the ground. It took weeks to detect the leak, weeks more to even fess up, and they can't staunch it. So to the Minister of the Environment, does the Minister now acknowledge that thorough and accelerated groundwater mapping would have allowed us to know now, faster, that Primrose had contaminated our water?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to say that when the incident happened at Primrose, not only was the Alberta Energy Regulator on the scene right away, what also was the Minister of Energy and myself to make sure that we were on the scene, seeing what's happening. We have said, and we continue to do the groundwater mapping in this province. That's important for us. We've been doing that. But, Mr. Speaker, this incident is under control. We have been on the scene to make sure that CNRL is responsible and are moving forward to the cleanup of this issue.
Honourable member.
It took 3 weeks to even put out a media release. Does the government or industry have any idea, or better yet, any science on how many other times this leakage or this type of leakage has occurred, especially given the extreme remoteness of exploration and steam injection sites?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we take the regulatory process in this province through the Alberta Energy Regulator and through ESRD extremely serious, Mr. Speaker, and that's why we're on site right away to make sure, as the Regulator, the Energy Minister and the Environment Minister. As well, Mr. Speaker, we made sure that Environment Protection Order was put on place so that we could take care of the habitat, take care of the water that was there. Mr. Speaker, we have been on this file from day one, and we will continue to be on this file to make sure that the cleanup happens and that the environment is protected.
Honourable member.
Would the minister care to comment on the science from the Federal Emissions Trends Report, which indicates that Alberta won't meet its climate change targets and is actually set to steadily increase greenhouse gas emissions at the same time as we have a Premier writing op-eds saying that we've reduced them and that our environmental record is better than it is? Where's the science on that?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd be very happy to answer this question. Mr. Speaker, we have reduced greenhouse gas emissions. About 40 million tonnes of greenhouse gases have been reduced since 2007 levels. And, Mr. Speaker, we have reduced per barrel greenhouse gases by 26%. You show me anywhere else that has reduced emissions per barrel like Alberta has done.